What you doing?
Ran out of space on my phone, so I'm deleting some stuff. Bye, singing dog. Bye, goal.
I pronounce you
Bye,
husband.
wedding ceremony.
Stop. At Metro PCS, you get 2 free phones with twice as much memory.
Really?
Don't say bye to your memories. Switch to Metro PCS and get 2 free LG K20 Plus phones with 32 gigs when you switch 2 lines. Metro PCS. Wireless. Figure it out. Coverage not available in some areas. Sales tax not included in phone price. Excludes numbers on the T-Mobile network. See store for details and terms and conditions.
UFO sightings reported around the world every month. 90% of these sightings can be explained, but 10% cannot. Officially and unofficially, the U.S. military has been investigating UFOs since 1947. Their top secret goal is to find out what's behind these unexplained sightings. The Pentagon classifies them as unusual airborne anomalies. But a better term is X-Files. Join us as we explore these unsolved cases, UFO incidents that baffle even the U.S. military. This is Mack Maloney's Military X-Files. And now, here's Mack Maloney.
Oh, wow, Juan-Juan, what did we get ourselves into? Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Mack Maloney's Military X-Files show here on the Distant Thunder Radio Network. I was Mack Maloney. This is a very special night because this is our first and maybe our only ever show before a live audience. We have a large studio audience here. You heard them clapping. Why don't we hear them applaud again?
Yes, everybody. Good to see everybody here.
All right, yes.
Did we pay them to come in or what?
Of course we did.
Okay.
What do you think the beer is here for? That voice you hear, of course, part of the posse.
Yes, sir.
He's here again 3 weeks in a row.
3 weeks. I got to work on a new record now.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
The very famous Juan-Juan is here.
Yes. How's it going, Mac?
Okay.
I'm clapping for myself
There
here.
you go. Why not? Not the first time.
How bad is that?
Okay. Thank you for coming. We're in our uniforms, so you're not wearing your Patriots gear, but you have to be happy.
I am.
Because they really skunked NO, right?
They did. They beat New Orleans the way you want to beat them.
So it's 18-1 is what's going to happen. That's all.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
That's what they'll put on the jackets.
You know, the first game was like a spring training game.
Right,
know?
Yeah, you know. Also, with us, they know him on the streets as Coco, but it's Commander Cobra in a undisclosed location actually right down the hallway from us.
That's right.
Good evening, gentlemen. Yeah. And for me, I would like the sound of one hand clapping, known as the salute.
The salute. Ready?
Really? Okay. All right. Though, we have to have the live audience do it as well, right?
Okay. That's right.
Okay.
Everybody,
so, ready? Everyone ready?
A sharp salute.
Salute the Cobra.
10, hit.
And I would like to note that Barbara With and her damaged
hand
healing body presented the best salute.
We're going to introduce her in a second. You just stepped all over her intro, Coco. Thank you.
Her salute was so good.
I actually saw a couple Nazi
salutes. I didn't see her. I got commanders.
Oh, we have to change it around.
Let's change it.
Okay. So listen, we have a very interesting show for you tonight, as always, right?
That's right.
Because we have a number of people who have appeared on the show in the past. They're here actually in the studio with us. We have this big studio audience. We have some friends calling in. So it's the first ever live audience Mack Maloney Military X-Files show here on the Distant Thunder Radio Network. Juan-Juan, what do we do? Okay, should we go to a commercial break? Why don't we introduce Barbara while we're here? Okay,
let's do that.
Our number one fan, at least in Wisconsin, at least of people who live on islands in Wisconsin, Barbara With is here with us. Now, she was going to be with us. Oh, first of all, how are you doing there, Barbara?
Hello, boys.
Whoa.
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay.
Considering.
All right. You had a little accident about a month ago. You were going to be here with us, but you can't be here with us because you broke some bones, right?
I fell down the stairs.
Oh, wow. Fell down the stairs. And what were you doing? Why were you going down the stairs? Can you tell us?
Well, we had just finished the very last show of our 2-week tour.
Mm-hmm.
And I was staying in the guest house, and it was dark and rainy, and the light was burned out. And I stepped off and went down about 20 stairs.
Okay,
20
steers.
steers.
Let me
Yes.
ask one of those questions. Let me ask
Yeah.
answer the question I used to have to ask as a military officer.
Go
Was
ahead.
alcohol involved in the previous 12 hours?
Cobra, that's
No.
very inappropriate.
It was not. Oddly,
No?
oddly, it was.
How about weed? Was weed involved? Any
That
kind
could
of
have been the reason.
pot reason?
Not having alcohol could have been the
She's
reason.
shaking her head no.
She's shaking her head?
It was rain. It was boots. It was dark. It was.
Okay.
I was tired.
Oh, there's a lawsuit involved here, I can tell.
They should have been.
Yep. Anyway, so Barbara, thank you for joining us virtually tonight.
Yep.
Thanks for having me. I'm very excited to sit back and listen to all these shenanigans.
Right. Oh,
You
wow.
know, there will be shenanigans.
There will be shenanigans. We just don't know what kind. So why don't we do this? Why don't we take a break, and then we'll be back because we have, in amongst all the excitement, we have to do a drawing tonight for the winners of the Mack Maloney Wingman 18 Battle for America audiobook. 9 hours of fun.
Wow.
Yeah. So we have.
It's excellent.
Yeah.
It is excellent.
Okay, that's okay. But did you listen to it all 9 hours? You?
I have. I had a commuting
And,
strip.
and
it
who
was
did the audio?
hard.
James Earl Jones is
Yes, he
doing
did. James Earl Jones was available, and he did it.
I think it's actually Bill Jones. Bill Earl
No.
Jones.
Isn't his name
Billy Jones?
Dick Reynolds or something? I don't know. I really don't know.
I
I'm not
don't think
connected
we
with
should
that.
be throwing that kind of vernacular around.
Why don't we take a break?
Okay.
And then we'll be back, and we'll have the big drawing with a special guest doing the poll, as they say in the biz. Okay, Juan-Juan?
Okay.
So you're listening to Mack Maloney's Military Exile Show here on the Distant Thunder Radio Network. Why don't we go out with applause?
Okay.
We'll be right back after this. Hey, Juan-Juan, did you go to the beach a lot as a kid?
Yes, Mac, I sure did.
I have a feeling like as a youth you were like the 90-pound weakling and that the bullets used to kick sand in your face.
As a matter of fact, they did. I mean, I tried to pump iron back then, but I'd get pooped pretty quickly.
Oh my God, look at you two girly men.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to make sure you read the ad copy for this fabulous new workout product called SEX that I can't endorse, but that I'm sure works wonderfully.
Hey, Arnold, what was that thing with you and the maid?
Ugh, just do the ad.
Yeah, man, nailing the maid. That's a little frisky.
That's it. I'm going to turn you into 2 Vienna pretzels.
Cobra, save us!
I'd be glad to, gentlemen. What the boys are trying to say is, this is a new energy drink that can give you the extra endurance you need to get through your daily workout.
Yeah.
It's called SEX, for Strength Energy Accelerator. It comes easy to use. Just mix a scoop with water and drink 30 minutes before you start your workout, and you find you can last longer and feel all around better after finishing your regime.
Yeah.
The mix comes in many different flavors. Of course, my favorite is passion fruit.
Me too.
And it contains all the essentials you need to get over the top, whether you're trying to add muscle and bulk or just maintain your current physique.
You could look like me.
That's SEX, Workout Dietary Supplement, available only through Cadillo USA. Visit CadilloUSA.com for more details. That's CARDILLO USA.com and get some sex today.
Hey, what's going on in here?
Pistol Pete, what are you doing here?
I told you guys, no partying in the studio. What are all these dumbbells doing here?
Hey, just because you own this place doesn't mean you can call me a dumbbell.
Oh, yeah?
Kick his ass, Pete.
Come on, I'm right here.
SEX Workout Powder, available only through CadilloUSA.com. Read instructions carefully before using.
Hi, I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger, and you're listening to Mack Maloney's Military X-Files show on Distant Thunder Radio Network.
Welcome back, everyone, to Mack Maloney's Military Exile Show here on the Distant Thunder Radio Network. In the studio with us tonight, I feel like I just said this, but the very famous Juan-Juan is here.
Hello, Mac.
3 in a row. Cobra is also in he's in a disclosed location. We just can't see him.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Okay, and also in the next studio over, we have a large studio audience. Because
The other side of the glass.
Our first and maybe only live audience show here in the Mack Maloney Military Exile Show. So, we have a lot of guests to get to tonight, both on the phone, virtually, and also in person. But we have some business to do first, and that is to name the winners of the Mack Maloney what is it? Battle for America.
Battle for America.
Okay.
Audiobook.
Audiobook, 9 hours of fun. Can't believe it. We asked people to send in the magic word a few weeks ago. Do you remember what the word is there, Juan?
No, I don't remember.
It's feather. Feather.
Oh, okay.
And so we have the magic fishbowl here, and we're going to have a special guest doing the poll, as they say in the biz. Cobra, can you please escort us?
I will, sir.
Special
Stand by
guest in.
1 moment.
Okay, let's see how long this takes for radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Got any jokes there, Juan?
Nope.
No? Okay. All right.
Barbara, got a joke?
A quick one?
No,
Okay, all right, perfect.
not as quick as you need.
She can sing, though.
Holy cow. Well, this is taking a little bit longer than we thought, but that's okay.
The green room is down the hall.
Right.
And on the right.
We're just adding to the tension.
And
hey,
look who's here.
It's the beautiful Lois Lane.
Wow. Lois.
Wave to your fans
What
there.
a surprise.
Okay. Lois, thanks for joining us.
And she's got the Patriots gear on.
Yeah, well, she did that just to make you feel bad.
I know. I feel bad already.
I forgot my Garoppolo shirt, so.
Oh, wow. Snap. Lois.
So I'm suffering through wearing a Brady shirt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
You're my best friend. That's okay.
He says that to everybody. So anyway, a few weeks ago, we asked our audience to, we gave them a secret word and asked them to send it in. And a lot of people did, as you can tell by the magic fishbowl. So this is for, there's 2 winners of the audio book. Yeah. See how excited this is? That's amazing.
Now, do we have to evacuate?
I don't know. Let's see. That would really make it funny. Wow.
Right in front of the studio.
It's typical when you have free food and beer that the fire department gets word. I just talked to those boys downstairs in the parking lot. We're all set.
My ride is here.
Okay, good.
So we're going to have Lois Lane pull 2 names from the Magic Fishbowl for our winners of the Mack Maloney Wingman 18 Battle for America audiobook. Okay?
No, that was a mouthful.
It sure was. Okay. Let me just mix it up here so, make sure that everything is really jumbled. Okay. Here we go.
It looks pretty jumbled.
I think I should jumble it.
As before one, the Magic Fishbowl was hacked. Okay. We can't afford.
I remember it was hacked.
You can't
last
avoid
time.
it these days. Okay. So, but here we go. All right. Picking the first one. All right. Very good, Lois. For the winner, first winner of
dug deep for that
the
one.
audiobook, Battle for America. Please, Lois.
Was it Lois?
Dick Cheese and the Crackers.
Oh, because
Dick Cheese and
Juan-Juan.
The thing got hacked again. Dick Cheese and the Crackers.
I was so hoping it was going to be Woe Fat from North Korea. Darn.
Say things like
Come on.
Don't be laughing, audience. Okay.
I think the thing with the audience is they'll laugh when something's funny.
Oh, wow. Snap. Okay, here we go. The first winner, legitimate winner of audiobook.
Oh, wow. Roger Knapp, Mountain View, Arkansas.
All right.
Hey.
All right. Roger Knapp. Mountain View, Arkansas.
Mountain View.
I didn't know they
Can
had
you imagine
mountains.
if some poor guy has the name Richard Cheddar right after the opening name? He wouldn't get the book. We'd say, no, that's not true. It can't be anybody's name who's Richard Cheddar after.
Richard Cheddar.
What was it, Dick Cheese?
Oh, okay.
Dick
all right.
Cheese.
Kind of down a long road for that one, Cobra, but Coco. Anyway, okay, here we go. Second one.
This next one better be legit.
It will be okay, don't worry. I think we got all the hackers one. We don't know.
Okay. Here we go. And
the winner is?
is Jeff Williams, Hockey Puck Road. For real? Hockey Puck Road?
Hockey Puck Road. Where?
Brampton, Ontario.
Oh, wow.
What?
Up in Canada.
Ontario. Hey.
Yeah.
Our quiet neighbors to the
Wow.
north.
There you go. Huh.
Hockey Puck.
Okay. All right. I guess we're going to have to do this backwards, but there was another entry in there. Lois, what was it? Oh, that's not. Yeah.
Pistol Pete.
Oh, and they watch so little.
You
They
know.
just want a little entertainment while they're working
Yeah.
on this plantation.
There we go. Audience,
Come on.
clapping for our quasi-racist joke.
Maybe, maybe Mac, you could donate to the plantation.
I already
workers.
have. I've already. Let's not go there, Cobra. Lois Lane. No one does, believe me. Lois Lane, thank you very much for doing the poll tonight.
Good job.
Anything? And thank you
Oh, God, I can't believe you said that.
Have any parting words, Lois? Okay.
I think
No,
it's
all right.
best
She's
if
kinda
Lois
shy.
just said goodbye.
Okay. Well, as we said before, spread your wings and fly home, the angel that you are. Okay, Lois?
Okay.
Let's hear it for
I wish I
Lois.
had a video
Good job, Lois.
Barbara on that one. Mark.
Thank you so much.
Sustained applause, please.
I thought I saw her in her eyes. I'll get you later.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There she goes, Lois Lane. Thank you very much. Well, that was exciting. It was. Right? Okay. 2 winners of Battle for America, number 18, the audiobook, 9 hours of fun. I'll get to it sometime. And
are there intermissions between some of those chapters or what?
I don't know what they do, to tell you the truth. I started listening to it. I just can't.
They're immediate.
I can't keep up
right
with
to
it.
the next chapter. There's no intermissions.
Really, yeah?
Wow.
I don't know. I can't keep up with it.
I know you can record it in like a million takes, but it's like...
yeah, I don't know. It's
so.
Is there any music?
Great. It is excellent for the long drives.
Is it music on it, Cobra? Do you remember?
No, well, they have that that combination of the like elevator kind of music kind of thing that publishers think is cool, timeless.
Wow. Really? It feels so good. Yeah,
I'll have to listen to it. I'll have to check it
out. Anyway, it's on sale on Amazon. Anyone who's interested, and those 2 lucky winners will be getting it very soon. Getting the audio book. I mean,
hey Mac.
Yes, Cobra.
Mac,
yes.
Would you entertain signing the covers of those sometime?
Yeah, sure. I guess I don't know. One will do it for me. It'll be fine.
So
right?
if somebody emailed us, where would they email us?
I'm not going to sign your name. I'm going to sign it Juan-Juan.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
It would
just checking.
It would be Box 12, Coco, Wingman Fan Club, Box 12, Rowley, Massachusetts, Rowley, Massachusetts 01969.
And if they send an email to Operation Distant Thunder at gmail.com, I will be happy to make sure that gets sent or that information is sent to them as well.
Thank you, Coco. So we talked to Barbara. We introduced Barbara. She's on with us tonight. Why don't we take and as well as about a dozen other people, why don't we take a break?
Okay.
And then we'll have another guest come out, okay? So you're listening to a very special broadcast of Mack Maloney's Military X-Files show, our first and maybe only live audience show here on the Distant Thunder Radio Network. We'll be right back.
After this. Time out.
Our audience needs some work, but that's okay.
After the events of 9/11, we thought America would never be the same. Our homeland was attacked, our fellow Americans killed by terrorists. It seemed like all hope was lost. Until a special group of patriots came together and defied the Pentagon and vowed to take revenge, but in their own way. They took the battle to the terrorist's doorstep, turning the tables on the murderers, fighting with no rules, taking no prisoners, until they became terrorists themselves. This is the story of the Superhawks, soldiers so secret even the president didn't know they existed. Their mission was to kill bin Laden, but they wound up saving the world. Superhawks, a new series for Kindles and Nooks by Mack Maloney, available on Amazon.com.
UFOs are found in Renaissance art, on ancient coins, and etched on cave walls. They are even reported in the Bible. But more surprising is when UFOs are seen the most, in times of war. Through centuries, thousands of UFO sightings have been made by high-ranking officials, military pilots, and ordinary soldiers. Often, these fantastic appearances occur at the height of great battles. From World War I to D-Day, to Korea, Vietnam, and beyond, military investigators are baffled. Why do UFO sightings spike so drastically during wartime? Could it be mistaken aircraft, or is someone, or something, looking in on us? In UFOs in Wartime, What They Didn't Want You to Know, Mack Maloney chronicles centuries of these incredible sightings and tries to solve the puzzle of why so many UFOs are seen while humanity is at war. Read about the scare ships, the ghost planes, and the ghost rockets, alien giants in the jungles of Vietnam, UFOs controlling our ICBM bases, dogfights with flying saucers during the Gulf War, and more. 300 pages of unbelievable stories, along with many startling photographs. That's UFOs in Wartime, What They Didn't Want You to Know, by Mack Maloney. On sale at your local bookstore or on Amazon.com.
I'm Sean Connery, and you're listening to the Mack Maloney Military X-Files show on Distant Thunder Radio Network.
Hey, we're back.
We're back.
Mack Maloney's Military Exile Show.
It's like we never left.
Our first live audience show ever. Maybe our last. You never know. This is Mack Maloney. The very famous Juan-Juan is here.
Yep.
Not any
trying to grab some of the snacks before they're all eaten by our guests.
And in the beer as well. But anyway, the Patriots won. You must be happy. I can see the ecstasy.
Totally delighted.
Okay. That's good. And also, Commander Cobra is here in a disclosed location, right down off of the green room. Gentlemen. He is the escort. He's like the, you know how they hire, you know how women hire guys to escort them up and down the red carpet?
Right.
What do they call those?
Escorts.
Gigolos. Gigolos. That's the word I was looking for.
Great movie.
Yeah. That's what he's doing tonight. He's the gigolo of the show tonight. Another talent of his.
And apparently, since I can handle the ghost, I have talents in the spiritual side as well. So that's always good to know, something to fall back on.
Another thing for the resume there. Go.
Daddy, where do
Joining us virtually is a favorite fan. Not a favorite fan, but how should I do this? Superfan. Barbara Worth.
Yep.
From
Barbara With.
What did I say?
You said Barbara Worth.
Oh, okay. All right. No.
Could be your accent.
We don't know anyone. Yes, it is my accent. Barbara With is joining us from, I'm having trouble with this microphone tonight, from the great state of Wisconsin. Thank you, Barbara, for joining us.
Crawling with cheeseheads.
There you go.
Okay. Hey, how was Aaron Rodgers Sunday night?
Well, you tell me.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
He was battered and bruised.
The most important thing is how he's going to do this Sunday. Take it from me, okay? In fact, Barbara, one of the many talents you have is that you have a personal relationship with the departed Albert Einstein, correct?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what did he think of your broken wrist? Did you tell him about it?
Well, I think it was pretty much witnessed by all in the
really
other dimensions of, because falling down 20 stairs and hitting the concrete and going down 3 more granite stairs and only coming away with a broken wrist.
Wow. Yeah.
To me, it reeked of some sort of intervention.
Oh, okay.
Had to be.
He didn't push you, did he? Didn't push you. No, he wouldn't do that.
Well,
it's just not Al's style. I'm sorry, it's not Al's.
No.
Now, some of the other people she talks with, I'm not too sure.
Right. No, I will take full responsibility for stepping wrong. Mm-hmm. But it was indeed fortunate that it happened after the entire tour.
Yes,
was over.
Yep.
By 3 hours.
Yep.
So I only missed 1 gig the next day of my own.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I will soon be on the mend, and the band is going to continue, and our next tour will be early next year in Texas. We'll go down there.
Oh,
We're
good.
shooting for Japan.
Shooting in
some
Texas.
work in Japan.
Did you say? Oh, you're going to Japan as well.
From
Wow.
Texas to Japan.
Mm-hmm. And who knows where else?
Yeah.
Maybe the East Coast.
Now listen, while you're on here, oh wow, well you can come up here and do a
live bit,
a live studio broadcast. How about that?
Depends on where she is.
Be like Woodstock.
Yeah.
Anyway, now I don't think we've ever told this story on the air or not. Maybe we have, but I think it's interesting. When you were on with us a few months ago, you told the story about how you were house sitting. Like an old deserted mansion or something like that, and you had an experience there where you were asleep and you heard commotion downstairs, and you went downstairs and you saw people ballroom dancing. Do I have it right? Thumbnail? Correct?
No, not at all.
Okay,
Except for the
all
part
right,
that Barbara and she was in a house. But so far, you.
Thank God for Coco.
Okay, go ahead. Right.
No, actually, I was living in the house and there was a party going on, but when I went downstairs, there was no one.
Oh,
okay.
And then I would go back up to the room and get him back in bed and hear the party.
So I would hazard that the ballroom dancing, often when I talk to Mac during the day, he can't talk to me on Skype because he has to watch like Beauty and the Beast or something on the Disney Channel. I think that he superimposed a couple.
Oh, Lawrence Welk.
Hang on.
A little confused.
Let's bring out Bobby here.
Well, anyway.
You wish. So, yes.
Yes.
But then years later,
Yes.
I got married in that place.
Yes.
And we had a big party.
Okay.
And there was the thought that perhaps I was hearing the future
Okay.
in the past.
Okay.
But there was a third part to that story.
Is that my
about
part?
the ghost.
Oh, okay. Okay, tell us about the ghost.
So on this 3-day weekend of my wedding,
Yes.
on 3 different occasions, there was a sighting of a gentleman, tall, skinny gentleman with a big shock of gray hair, all dressed up, smoking.
Wow.
And no one knew who he was. My sister saw him twice. My brother-in-law saw him once. And when my sister saw him, she saw him late at night, and then she looked away and he was gone.
Okay.
So there was something.
Yes. Weird.
A little. So the next week, my husband and I decided to go to stay in a bed and breakfast in Duluth, which was not far from where we were.
Okay.
And that night, I felt like I was being followed.
Oh, okay.
Like someone was trying to get a hold of me
Mm-hmm.
from beyond the grave, as it were.
Okay.
And I kept saying, sort of, I look up. I don't know why I look up, But if you want to communicate with me, you'll have to just tell me what you want.
Yes.
Because I can't guess. I was going to say I'm not a mind reader, but.
Okay, sure.
So in the middle of the night, I woke up and there was this bright, spinning, glowing light up in the corner of the room, which I'd never seen.
This is one great honeymoon. I got to tell you.
I know. The husband must be
This
saying,
is
what did I get myself
great
into here?
What were you drinking?
My future ex-husband.
Future ex-husband.
So I said to the ball of light, that's really nice.
Yes.
It's kind of classy, but I still don't know what you want.
Okay.
So you weren't in a disco or something?
No, it wasn't a disco ball, was it? And you took some.
No, it was a spinning ball of light.
In your bedroom.
In the room.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
And so in the morning.
And one of my wives didn't want to have the pole in our bedroom. Unbelievable.
Oh, please, not talk about someone of Polish descent. Go ahead, please.
Oh, it's not a race joke. Okay, so in the morning, we were woken up at 7:30 in the morning by our door slamming.
Yes.
Except that then it was locked.
Oh, okay.
And I was very glad my future ex-husband was with me at the time.
Right.
Because he was a skeptic and he didn't believe any of this stuff. So to have this happen to him was like he was witnessing kind of the weird stuff.
So did they carry him away in a straitjacket or something? Did he go nuts right then and there, or did it take a while?
Later on,
okay.
but
All right.
that's another story. So we go down to eat breakfast, and there's only 2 seats left with this other couple.
Yes.
Who happened to get married on the same day as we did at the same time in a different city. And we were talking and chatting, and when she said, I wish my father could have been there, there was that swoosh, I hear this feel this kind of swoosh.
Yes.
And then I see this tall guy with the gray hair and the suit, and he's smoking.
Oh, he was the father? Her father.
And my future ex-husband had just told me, Barb, you can't go around telling people that you talk to dead people. You just can't do it.
Okay. You're on the radio doing it now.
Why not?
But that's okay. Okay.
What's wrong with him? Why not?
He's not a guest on the show and
right.
never will be.
You never know.
And so I had to work into it. We'd talk, and I go, was your father tall? And she'd say, oh, yeah, he was 6'3", and then we'd talk. I go, like, did he have gray hair? And her husband would say, oh, yes, he had this beautiful shock of beautiful gray hair. And then we'd talk. And then I said, did he smoke? Oh, yeah, he died of smoking-related causes.
Yes.
So by that time, I just had to. And I said, you're going to think this is loopy, but I can communicate with people who have passed on, and I see your father here, and here's what he looks like. And she didn't even balk. She said, oh, my God, I knew it. Wow. I knew he was there.
He's sneezing.
And he talked about this time where she was going down this hallway and something happened, and that's when he came in. And it turned out they had been in the priest's office, and they were going down the hallway to the sanctuary, wherever, and someone stepped on her veil, and she fell back a little bit. And they caught her, but that's when she felt like he had stepped in to be with her. So by the end of the conversation, even my future ex-husband was crying.
Yes.
And that was, not a time when the Packers lost, which was the only other time he used to cry.
That's the only other time.
Juan-Juan has got a tear in his eye now, too.
Well, you
so did he become a believer then?
In the Packers?
No, he got divorced.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's not.
Oh, yeah. Well, he certainly couldn't deny what he himself had experienced.
Well, my story now, my related story is going to sound kind of pale by comparison, but the night you were on, you told the story about the ballroom dancing and so on and so forth. I went home, and a lot of times I'm too jazzed up to go to sleep, so I'm sleeping up on a couch, and all of a sudden I start hearing ballroom dancing music. Okay, this 100%, this is true.
Coming from where?
I couldn't find it, so I was up for about a half hour. I went through the entire house looking for where this music was coming from. Finally went up into, we have a loft in our house, and that's where the Christmas decorations are kept. Yeah. And it was coming from there, and I pulled out all these boxes, and in a box was an ornament that you would put on a tree. That was a music box playing ballroom music, and it had just started in the middle of the night. 2 a.m.
Did you have to wind it up to play?
No, I didn't wind it. I haven't seen the freaking thing in like 5 years easily.
Did it work by winding it up so it
Yes, it did. Yes.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
It just started playing at that point.
Surely it was unwound or something kicked it off.
Yeah, it's just weird that we were talking about ballroom dancing that night, and all of a sudden I'm hearing ballroom music. And I'll tell you, it's a little scary there, my friend.
Yeah. Wow.
I think raccoons are scary. Anyway, so, Barbara, that's a great story.
So that's my ghost story.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Stick in here with us. I didn't mean it the way that sounded. Stick with us, right? Okay. I'll let Jeff edit that out. And we were going to bring in Cobra. Are you there?
I am, sir.
Okay,
I'm
could
ready.
you please bring on next...
November Bravo Mike's appearance?
Yes, it is. Yes. November Bravo Mike. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, please. Okay. Our next
He is
guest,
in the house.
A musician, someone who is a musician, as well as Barbara is. And you play keyboards and guitar, right, Barbara?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And you broke your left hand?
My right hand.
Oh, your right hand. Okay. That's your strumming hand, in other words.
Right.
Okay. Good.
Not this hand.
Okay. All right. We got to get a TV show, man. Okay.
Did she just give you the finger?
No. I didn't take it that way.
Not this hand, damn it.
I'll tell you. The green room was too far away, but here's our next guest. You know him, you love him. No belly button, man.
Sometimes you're freaked out by it.
Hey, Mac, I really enjoy a guest like this because it lets me look at everybody's waistline to see which one of them doesn't have a belly button.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And Lois is still with us.
Oh, real? Oh, that's good. That's good luck. Okay. All right, here he is. Put the cans on there. And BB. No belly button man, friend of the show. His thumbnail story is that he basically woke up one day and didn't have a belly button. Is that correct there?
That's exactly right.
That's amazing.
You have no...
could have been worse, though. You could have woke up and something else was missing.
Oh, come on, no, inappropriate. But funny.
That would change my name.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yes, it would, wouldn't it? No, very good there. Yeah. And BBB. So this happened about 2 years ago or so?
Yes, 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How's his level?
There was a little pain there, you know, but
get right up on that. I hate
Right
to
up
say
on
it,
that,
but that's
yes.
called the erection mic.
Oh, okay.
So don't
So
you?
what?
Didn't you find that you had a lot of like titanium in your body too, or something?
Yeah, I'm pretty loaded with metals and whatnot.
Okay.
Yes.
And what's it like going through the metal detector at the airport? Terrorists?
We went on a cruise and the thing went off like it was a millionth customer.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They had to strip search him, you know.
There you go. And then all of a sudden,
That happened to me.
where's his belly button?
They give you the wand thing.
Yeah,
Not the wand.
That's it.
the
Yeah,
wand.
you don't have to take off your clothes.
One of the most inappropriate remarks Cobra's ever made was,
Oh,
remember?
wait, hey, Mac, I just want to dovetail on this.
Okay.
I thought it was a very nice touch that you didn't have any navel oranges.
There you
And
go.
those
See,
things
you
for
know.
the guests.
Hey, you know what?
Make him jealous.
Had that one loaded up, didn't
You
he?
know what? That night I woke up and there was these aliens kind of the corner in my eye and they look like seals.
Seals? Yeah, okay.
Naval seals.
Naval
Hey,
seals. Oh,
give me
wow.
that thing. Give me that thing.
Oh, boy.
Doing material. Okay. He's a comedian and a musician.
Churning it out.
So now Hollywood is interested in your story, too. You must have been talking showbiz back there with
Yes,
Marc
we were.
Zappulla.
We
huh?
were. Yep.
Okay. Anything going on?
His father was in the Whirlwinds. The Whirlwinds.
The Whirlwinds.
Yeah.
Very famous
They
group.
opened for a bunch of major bands in the 60s.
Oh, wow.
Dave
Okay.
Rock 5 and
Hmm.
a lot of different stuff.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Unrelated to your missing belly button, but that's fine.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
try to,
it's-
it's
yeah.
all fields, yeah.
Yeah.
So you have a new book out. It's called Sundial.
Sundial,
Is that
that's
true?
right.
You know,
That's right.
The story of a man who lost his belly button but found how to love, right?
Yeah,
Is that right?
that's
Okay.
correct.
All right. When's that coming out?
No, I think it's out.
It's out. Okay.
Hey. It's
An
out.
Audi.
Wait.
What's out?
Oh, an Audi. Yeah,
I took it out.
From a county not heard from often, Wisconsin. An Audi. Very
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
An Audi.
Okay. Okay. Now listen.
Oh, I get the credit.
We have a lot. We have a large studio audience here tonight.
Yes.
Do you want to ask the volunteers to prove that you don't have a belly button? No.
I could do that.
Okay. Audience, a show of hands. Does anyone want to see that he? Wow. Oh, one person.
I didn't see a very enthusiastic show of
It
hands.
took a while. It took a while.
Gonna
Well,
be
there's
a
a sound
private
delay.
show.
Okay, well, if they don't clap, then you're going to have to look at it.
You're going to have to take off your cans and turn to the window.
Okay.
People get the cameras. Okay, there he goes.
Okay.
I don't want to see it. I'd rather remember you how you were. Okay, here we go. I don't want. What time is it? Ready? Get ready, everyone. Hold on. Ready? Ready? Go. Whoa!
Oh, my God.
Sick,
What?
man.
What?
Oh,
More beer.
It's the first time lack of a belly button ever got
There you
applause.
go.
All right, that's good.
Actually, the
Outside of the strip club.
All right, Coco. Yeah, just begging for it.
The remnants actually looks like a sundial. So I think someday they're going to come back and check out
What time it is?
something to do with time.
All right. Wow.
Oh boy.
Have a camera then.
There you go. Yeah, you bet. Selfie.
So these aliens had a belly button fetish. Is that what it is?
What else could it be?
Oh, they must be collecting them, maybe from different planets.
And how much titanium is in your body? Any idea?
Let's see.
He's looking at his knee, his legs.
Yeah, I got a knee
pound and a half.
knee replacement. Yeah, probably a pound.
Yeah, really, a pound of
yeah.
titanium. That's
Yeah.
very valuable stuff. You know,
Yeah.
you might get kidnapped to get it.
Maybe I can remove it now and cash in.
So, well, thank you,
You're
NBBM, for joining us. Also, now his nickname is his hippie name would be Sundial, right?
Sundial. That's right.
His next song is called "What Time Is It?"
That's right.
Sundial.
It's later than you think.
Thank you.
Whoa!
Thank you.
Whoa.
Doing material.
I know. You got a million of them.
Thanks.
All right. Well, thanks for having me.
Thank you very much.
Very
You can
great.
stay with us
It's
until we
a pleasure
go
to
the
be
break.
had.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Hey, yeah. So there's another interesting guest. You know what?
Yep.
One time to take another break
It is already.
for another ad, and
Good,
we'll
I'm
be back
hungry.
with another line of our exciting guests. You're listening to Mack Maloney's Mill Track Style Show, a very special broadcast night before a live audience. We'll be right back after this.
UFOs are found in Renaissance art, on ancient coins, and etched on cave walls. They are even reported in the Bible. But more surprising is when UFOs are seen the most, in times of war. Through centuries, thousands of UFO sightings have been made by high-ranking officials, military pilots, and ordinary soldiers. Often, these fantastic appearances occur at the height of great battles. From World War I to D-Day, to Korea, Vietnam, and beyond, military investigators are baffled. Why do UFO sightings spike so drastically during wartime? Could it be mistaken aircraft, or is someone, or something, looking in on us? In UFOs in Wartime, What They Didn't Want You to Know, Mack Maloney chronicles centuries of these incredible sightings and tries to solve the puzzle of why so many UFOs are seen while humanity is at war. Read about the scare ships, the ghost planes, and the ghost rockets, alien giants in the jungles of Vietnam, UFOs controlling our ICBM bases, dogfights with flying saucers during the Gulf War, and more. 300 pages of unbelievable stories, along with many startling photographs. That's UFOs in Wartime, What They Didn't Want You to Know, by Mack Maloney. On sale at your local bookstore or on Amazon.com.
The truth. You can't handle the truth. Only Commander Cobra can handle the truth.
Welcome back, everyone, to Mack Maloney's Mill Track Style Show here on the Distant Thunder Radio Network. In the studio with us tonight, the very famous Juan-Juan is here.
Hello, Mac.
Commander Cobra is also here. He's already been saluted by a number of people.
Good evening, sirs.
Okay. And we also have, in addition to a lot of guests who are going to be joining us tonight, we also have a live studio audience. Here they are.
Let's hear it for the studio audience. Okay.
They're getting well oiled by now. Cobra, according to the script, can you please bring in the next special guest?
Yes, sir. I'll see if I can try to find him. It's a little difficult locating
Try
him.
to
Give
find
me a
him.
couple seconds.
He might be in the men's room. Check it out.
Okay, all right.
Do we have a list of who's in the building? Because when we evacuate the building, we want to make sure we have a head count on the way out.
Okay, our very special guest coming in. He has to be let in, as it turns out.
Mm-hmm.
This is taking way too long from the green room. Green room is too far away. Here it comes. Okay.
Oh my goodness gracious!
It's the Ghost of JFK is here.
Oh.
Had a little groping incident on the way coming in. But
Okay.
Thank you, Cobra.
The Ghost of
what
JFK.
do we got here?
Okay. How you doing?
Where are the bras?
Oh, there you go.
You're
Wow. Well, not every bit works there, Juan-Juan. Okay. Maybe this will be funny.
It looked good.
Okay.
It was great for radio as far as visuals were concerned.
Right, exactly. Okay, here's also someone just wandered in. I said to you before many times, Juan-Juan, you have a good show when celebrities just pop in.
I love it. Yep.
Marc Zappulla, very famous author, is with us.
Yes. Mark, how are you?
Take
Put on those headsets, Mark.
Put on the cans like they say in the biz.
Oh, you guys are loud.
There you go.
Let me know if it's too loud. You got this.
Marc Zappulla, author of The Last Longshoreman.
Yes.
Okay. How long has it been out now?
About 11 months.
Okay. Oh, 11 months. Okay.
11 months, yeah.
Bestseller?
By far one of the best books I read all year.
There you go.
Outstanding, Mark.
Thank you, Commander Cobra.
There you
Thank you
go.
very much. I really appreciate it.
The Last Longshoreman.
Oh, by the way, hey, Mac.
Yes.
This is the first time I've ever actually had a guest that wanted to know where the strip club was and then went through the wall. Now, what's that all about?
What? That's the first time that's ever happened. Anyway, Mark is the author of The Last Longshoreman, and what's cool about the book is we all live in Boston, in the Boston area, and you hear a lot of stories about Whitey Bulger. He's in jail now, and the shenanigans he was up to in Boston. But your book it takes place earlier than that. Is really, really, really raw down on the docks.
Yeah, it definitely focus on the criminal underbelly of the Boston waterfront through one fictional-ish character.
Okay, fictional-ish. Okay.
That
said that for legal reasons.
But based on a true character, right? More or less. Or a composite of true.
What do you
characters.
want to get them whacked?
Yeah.
Buy the book, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Just buy the book, you'll figure it out.
One. They'll get two in the hat. Watch it.
But,
so, how long did it take you to write the book, anyway?
About a year and a half. Took a couple months off to regain my sanity, and I was good to go.
Okay, all right. And how long did it take you to plan that book signing party? Because we've said it before, it was the best book signing party I've ever been to in my life.
That was quite a show.
Yeah.
It took about 10 minutes to plan it.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Sat down with the
Perfect.
guy. This is what I want. This is who's coming. That's that.
Yep. This is it was like in the basement of a restaurant in Boston's North End. Is that the?
It was a cigar bar, Stanza de Cigari.
Yeah.
Sounds like it was a safe room, is what it was.
Yeah, exactly.
Bulletproof windows.
Yep. You need it in that part of town. Anyway, so book sales are good.
Book sales are great. I've had a few people from Hollywood industry contact me.
Oh wow!
So that's So we're in talks now. It's going great. Yeah,
you're just a step away from millions.
I'm a step away
because those people in Hollywood, they're the most honest people in the world. They're really They're going to tell you, we're going to make you millions of dollars.
God, yeah.
And you can go out and buy the yacht now. Believe
Absolutely.
me, take it from me.
I've already put a down payment.
So anyway, are you working on another book? Is that the angle?
I'm working on another one. Yeah, it's actually It's going to introduce Boston. It might rub up against the Docks again, but it's about a group of guys who are a little bit more refined than
Really?
the last few, so.
In South Boston? Refined?
Well, I got to mention South Boston,
Yeah.
but it's going to be high-end thieves,
Oh,
so,
okay. Yeah. All right.
It's going to be good.
A lot of those around
Can't
too.
wait. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Mark, thanks very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Go right into that refrigerator. Take as many beers as you want. Okay. Marc Zappulla.
Mark, congratulations.
Very famous author. Thank you, Mark. Okay.
We better get those autographed now.
Yeah, I know. That would make a cool movie. It is.
That's
It's a really cool book,
Yeah.
and like I say, Whitey Bulger gets all the press in Boston for being a criminal. But what
Right.
these characters are up to back in the 50s and everything,
Mhm.
I don't want to say Whitey Bulger looks like a Boy Scout in comparison, but these are rough characters down there, And
When you're reading that book, you see different actors that are pretty famous from this area in the different roles that are mentioned. It's very well written book.
Wow,
I really enjoyed it.
The Last Longshoreman by Marc Zappulla, available on Amazon.com and in bookstores everywhere. So listen, why don't we talk to Barbara for a couple minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we put her on screen?
I'd love to.
Let's bring her up on the screen so I can see if she's sticking her tongue out at us or something.
Hold on.
You know.
It's Hilda.
How do you do that? How do you do that, woman? How do you get her picture there? Once again, great for radio. Right here, she's right there. Okay.
I don't want to do anything weird here.
Wow. We'll use that for a bumper
Really?
sometime.
Because usually when she talks, it
Yeah.
pops up.
Well, they had. Holy cow! Hang on. I know. What
A little supersonic humor for you, though, in the audience that didn't get it. We'll explain to you later in the notes.
They can listen to the replay. So I'll tell you what. Why don't we take a break? How about that?
Yeah.
We'll take a break and then we'll be back. You're listening to Mack Maloney's Military X-Files Show, a special broadcast, live audience here tonight.
Yep.
And we'll be right back after this.
America has lost World War III. Terrorists control the countryside. Air pirates rule our skies. The United States is no more. But just when it seems like freedom is a thing of the past, a new hero emerges from the ashes. A true American who stands up for what's right. A fighter pilot who can defeat any foe, anytime, anywhere. He is the Wingman. Follow the adventures of Hawk Hunter, the Wingman, as he fights to revive the idea of America. Through 17 action-packed books, Hunter battles all those who would tread on Old Glory. In the air, on the sea, or on the ground, his dream is to put the United States back together again and get laid a lot while he's doing it. For some of the greatest aerial action you'll ever experience, strap in and hold on. Wingman by Mack Maloney. Now available for Kindles and Nooks on Amazon.com.
Hi, I'm Christopher Walken, and you're listening to the Mack Maloney Military X-Files show on Distant Thunder Radio Network.
Hey, all right. Coming back in applause. Okay, hey, welcome back to Mack Maloney's Military X-Files show here on the Distant Thunder Radio Network, our very special show, our first live audience show. It's been a hoot so far. Anyway, our special guest tonight, among a number of guests, our good friends Susan Spooler and Willie Miranda, and they're co-organizers of the New England UFO Conference, right?
Correct, yes.
October 6th and 7th in Leominster, Mass. If you're anywhere within New England, I think that you should look this up. You should get some info and come down and join them. It's going to be very cool. Thanks for joining us tonight, Susan.
Thank you.
And Willie.
Thank you very much.
Got to get right up on that microphone there, Willie.
Pleasure to be here.
Okay. How many years have you done the conference?
This is our 5th year.
Okay.
And it's at Leominster City Hall at 25 West Street. It's right in downtown Leominster.
Mhm.
The mayor of Leominster, Dean Mazzarella, has been a huge supporter of our event.
Excellent. And who's going to be there? I know that our friend Nick Redfern is.
Yes.
Okay.
Nick Redfern's our keynote speaker. He'll be speaking both Friday night and on Saturday.
Okay.
We'll have panel discussions both Friday night and Saturday with all of the speakers. Travis Walton is coming in
Okay,
from
cool.
Snowflake, Arizona.
Excellent.
Peter Robbins is coming in from Ithaca, New York.
Brother Peter, yeah.
He will be our MC.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yes,
Cool.
yeah.
Wow. Well, that's great. Cobra, I know this is an interest of yours.
It is, and I've had the pleasure to meet with them and talk with them a little bit. How'd you guys get started in this?
Well, Leominster is a hotbed of UFO activity since for over 100 years, 200 years, where there have been sightings of UFOs, as well as Monsterland, where there have been Bigfoot sightings and imprints that have been seen. So Steve Fermani started the conference, and then he wanted to take a sabbatical, so we took it over 3 years ago. But we wanted to keep the tradition going in our hometown. Betty
Now,
Andrew, go ahead.
You mentioned the sightings of Bigfoot. Have you, when you've done your work, because you guys are investigators as well as folks that have put this conference together, correct?
No, we're basically organizers. We have a passion for the genre. So, like Susan was saying, Steve Fermani wanted to take a sabbatical and do more of the speaking engagements. So we decided to keep it going.
Now, have you guys actively been searchers for some of this activity?
Not really. Not
Really? I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
you would skywatch and actually
Oh
had
yeah,
seen some stuff.
I did some sky watching, with my son on our personal time. But other than that, it's been very. I took an interest in it because my mother and my brother saw a UFO above, as a matter of fact, City Hall.
And my mother saw a UFO above our home. Both Leominster City Hall and my childhood home are both on West Street in Leominster. And
When
my
was
mo-
that?
That was 1963. She saw a UFO right over our house when I was still in utero. There were a lot of people that saw. There was a huge sighting. A lot of people reported it to the police. She said it was a saucer shape. It had windows. It had lights, and it was very definitely an unidentified flying object. So she's always told me that, and has always given me books on the subject. And even though I'm an engineer and an optics engineer, I still follow the genre.
So, what are your personal opinions of the joys of setting up one of these conferences? It appears that you guys work pretty hard from the little bits and pieces that I've been able to get your time and talk with you.
Well,
Obviously, a labor of love, but been
yes,
busy.
It is a labor of love, and I'm very good at organizing large events like this, and really helps me out. And we're a great team doing this activity together. And we get a lot of help. We have a lot of help. We have a lot of friends that are that volunteer and help us out that day or even beforehand, when it comes to setting up City Hall and picking up the speakers at the airport, et cetera, et cetera. So we.
Well, I look forward to bringing your friend that you gave me tonight as a gift, which I thank you for as I go through the toll booth. Hopefully, we'll see how that all works out.
We have
I may
them
do
of
the
all
duck down
sizes.
behind the steering wheel.
We
and
even-
maybe
What-
just let
What
him
gift
see
is
things.
that?
Oh, the little.
I'm sorry, sensitive people get gifts. One man of action.
I
should
guess.
have
Well,
these
there's
ones.
one for you in the seat. It's an
Okay, I'm
it's an
just-
inflatable alien.
Oh.
We have them for sale so people can have some a fun
Inflatable
souvenir.
alien. Too bad Mac's not there with the sound effects. Juan-Juan gets all excited on an inflatable alien.
Yeah, I'm
Go
looking
figure.
for a sound. Here we go.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we have them of all sizes. We have two
Oh, don't tell 'em
9
that.
foot.
That's
We
not-
have
that's
two
not-
9-foot inflated aliens that are bungee corded to the lamp posts in front of Leominster City Hall. We always have we always provide for everyone's needs. We have a food truck that's dedicated.
I'm there for that.
For breakfast and lunch and supper, and he always decorates his truck accordingly and renames his food to come along with the whole UFO theme. So we have we just have a wonderful, wonderful time, and we're happy to have everyone show up.
Do you ever get people that come along to these shows and kind of maybe heckle you guys? Not you personally, but other attendees that are really taking it seriously, because it is a serious subject. And
well, I mean, people aren't going to pay money to come and heckle people. I have yet to see that, or sometimes.
Yeah, I didn't find that at the Exeter UFO Festival.
No, we were there. We were there as well.
No,
people are pretty serious about the whole topic.
Yeah,
and they're passionate about it as well. So.
And I was amazed to encounter so many people that had experiences. And I know somebody from Salisbury, Massachusetts, that used to live in Worcester, and I think the period you're talking about in the early 60s, I think she experienced something along those lines when she was a kid.
Benny Andreasen lived in Leominster as a child. She's the topic of the book by Raymond Fowler called The Andreasen Affair, The Andreasen Affair 2, and The Watchers, and then The Watchers 2. Ray is retired and lives up in Maine, and he was a MUFON investigator, and so he ended up writing many, many books on the subject. We tried to get Betty to come up to be a speaker, but apparently she's having some sort of health issues.
Oh, that's too bad.
So, which is too bad. Yeah. So we try to get high quality speakers, and we have a reasonably priced show.
Well, my friend recognized a couple of speakers that were on the bill, and I think she's going to go down there and check it out.
Good. Yeah, Friday night's $10.
Yep.
Saturday is $25.
Okay.
And we gave you guys a couple of buttons. And our website is www.newenglandufo.com. That's www.newenglandufo.com. And you could buy tickets through the website, through Eventbrite, or you can pay at the door.
Okay.
So.
Which I think if you can do it through the website, do it through the website. It's a great way to go.
Sure. It's convenient.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Susan mentioned, but Mark D'Antonio, MUFON's photographic and video expert, is going to be there.
Yes, and he will speak.
Yep, and so is Ben and Paulino.
Exactly, and we I just go through the list of speakers that we have. Friday night is Bigfoot night, and we have quite a crowd for that. Paul and Ben Eno will be speaking on a topic called the Fur Flies, Bigfoot and UFOs. And
so I'm going to jump in there. Why do you think Bigfoot and UFOs line up? Why do you think that seems to occur so many times together?
One of the things that seems to happen is that when people will see orange orbs or orange lights in the woods or in their backyard or something, and then they'll see a Bigfoot or they'll hear noises. But then there's no real evidence of Bigfoot, which some people believe that they're multidimensional, and so that they're perhaps another form of an alien, potentially. That's what some people think. So, but we have people from town that have experienced and had, like, you know how you get the hair on the back of your neck stands up. Billy Penning, in fact, Billy and I grew up together. Our dads were firefighters together, and he and his wife ended up finding a big footprint and he had plaster of Paris. Ran home, got plaster of Paris, and then filled in the foot, and has shown it many times at our conferences in the past. And there'll be other Bigfoot aficionados at our event that will have handprints and footprints, plaster castings of such that they've experienced.
Great. Well, it sounds like a tremendous effort you guys have put into it. It shows when you look at it. For those that are not bright enough to, like myself, to get the emails, if you just Google Greater New England UFO Conference, everything pops right up for you. It's very easy from there with a couple clicks, and you're right into it, and you're rolling right along. So we wish you absolutely all the best with this show. I think it's going to be a great conference.
Yeah, Nick Redford.
You've got some great stuff lined up.
Thank you so much. Nick Redford's coming up from Nick Redford. We're flying him up from Dallas, and so he'll be our keynote speaker, speaking both Friday
and
and Saturday.
We're really looking forward to seeing you guys there.
Absolutely. And we appreciate the opportunity.
You know how we are.
You
met us now in our innuendo costumes. You may or may not, spot us amongst the crowd there. But we'll do our best.
No, we won't. We'll would never recognize you ever. No.
We'll do our best to observe the house rules and be behaved.
It's okay to record some of the speakers, iPhone.
If you have their permission, because we've had people in the past that have recorded them and then sold those.
Oh, yeah?
recordings, and it's rather
Oh
inappropriate.
yeah, we had one guy one time that was I mean, this guy was unbelievable. He came in with a complete set. I mean, and he was basically taking videos of Stanton Friedman. Well, yeah, and just selling them.
And then I saw him at another conference. And then I'm looking and saying, "Well, that's a speaker we had in our conference." And then I called my friends whose names are on these CDs and DVDs, and I said, "Are you aware of this?" And they said, "Oh my God, no way." So one of the speakers is his wife is an attorney, so she sent a letter and cease and desist. So yeah. Well, that's what I mean is we respect what they do. Some of them do it for a living, some it's a hobby.
Yeah.
But if you ask their permission. And
yeah, I don't think it won't be a problem.
Okay.
If you want to interview them as well, they're more than happy.
To
talk to you. So,
All
and
right.
there's other rooms in the city.
Because I like to go there, and sometimes I take notes, and then sometimes I'm lazy, and I just go in the front row. So I grab a front row and then turn it on, and
if it's for personal use.
Yeah, it is because
yeah.
I'll go home and review it because there's so much content.
There is. Oh, and then you listen to it again. It's like, oh my gosh, I never heard them say that.
Yeah.
So it is.
And I like to look things up on the web too.
And we do videotape the conference
in HD,
in high definition.
Whoa.
Yes, we do.
Good.
Yeah, we have
Okay.
Westford Cable Access TV. We have cameras from there, and a crew that will record it. As
Westford, one of my old hometowns.
There you go.
Yep.
It's a great place.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
So, Juan-Juan.
Yes.
What do you think you're going to wear for this show? And how interested are you in the 9-foot inflatable alien?
How interested? We may have to act out and do something weird for the inflatable alien, or what?
Wow.
Well, I don't know. You got.
Where are you going with this?
Maybe I think maybe, this could be an opportunity for you to have something special in the car with you when you're going home.
What are you guys talking about?
I know. Sounds like a weird movie I saw.
So we're gonna, that's what we should do. Should we make a movie? We should go up there and make a movie. One night on the town with the
inflatable alien.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This flying saucer that shows up.
Yeah. Come on. All
Are
right.
these inflatable aliens gender specific?
Yeah, we'll find out.
Okay. All right. See, I knew it.
See, this is where.
See, Cobra's trying to take me down there. I just wanted to.
You're going down with your foot pressed on the gas.
What your preferences?
Okay.
Where's Dr. Lira when we need her?
Susan.
All right, so listen, why don't we take a commercial break now, and we'll be right back with some other fascinating guests. Thank you to Susan and Willie for joining us.
Yeah.
And everyone should go to the New England UFO Conference, October 6th and 7th.
And Leominster's really close ride, right
Yeah, it
down
is.
the road,
Not
right
too-
off of 495.
Anywhere in New England, it's a close ride. So thanks for joining us. And so why don't we take a commercial break now, and we'll be right back. Hey, Juan-Juan, did you go to the beach a lot as a kid?
Yes, Mac, I sure did.
I have a feeling like as a youth you were like the 90-pound weakling and that the bullets used to kick sand in your face.
As a matter of fact, they did. I mean, I tried to pump iron back then, but I'd get pooped pretty quickly.
Oh my God, look at you two girly men.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, what are you doing here?
I'm here to make sure you read the ad copy for this fabulous new workout product called SEX that I can't endorse, but I'm sure works wonderfully.
Hey, Arnold, what was that thing with you and the maid?
Ugh, just do the ad.
Yeah, man, nailing the maid. That's a little frisky.
That's it. I'm going to turn you into 2 Vienna pretzels.
Cobra, save us!
I'd be glad to, gentlemen. What the boys are trying to say is, this is a new energy drink that can give you the extra endurance you need to get through your daily workout.
Yeah.
It's called SEX, for Strength Energy Accelerator. It comes easy to use. Just mix a scoop with water and drink 30 minutes before you start your workout, and you find you can last longer and feel all around better after finishing your regime.
Yeah.
The mix comes in many different flavors. Of course, my favorite is passion fruit.
Me too.
And it contains all the essentials you need to get over the top, whether you're trying to add muscle and bulk or just maintain your current physique.
You could look like me.
That's SEX, Workout Dietary Supplement, available only through Cadillo USA. Visit CadilloUSA.com for more details. That's CARDILLO USA.com and get some sex today.
Hey, what's going on in here?
Pistol Pete, what are you doing here?
I I told you guys, no partying in the studio. What are all these dumbbells doing here?
Hey, just because you own this place doesn't mean you can call me a dumbbell.
Oh, yeah?
Kick his ass, Pete.
Come on, I'm right here.
SEX workout powder, available only through CadilloUSA.com. Read instructions carefully before using.
Hi, I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger, and you're listening to Mack Maloney's Military X-Files show on Distant Thunder Radio Network.
Welcome back, everyone, to Mack Maloney's Military X-Files show here on the Distant Thunder Radio Network. Studio with us tonight on this very special occasion. Juan-Juan is here.
Yeah, still here, having a good time.
Third week in a row. Coco is also here.
I believe I am tied with Juan-Juan.
Yes, 3 for 3.
Appearances.
Wow, another feud.
Yeah.
And this is our first ever live audience show, and we can hear from them right now.
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Okay, they're well-fed and well-oiled by this time. We have one of our favorite guests on the line with us, calling us from California. You know her, you love her. She's the Doctor of Soul, Juan-Juan.
I know it.
Very level.
She's deep.
She's deep. You just jumped all over her intro, but that's okay. We'll just turn her up a little bit. Dr. Lira joining us from La La Land. How you doing there tonight, Dr. Lira?
Very good. Very good in La La Land.
Yes. Okay.
Hi there.
You've been to France since the last time you were with us, right?
Yeah, and Italy and London, yes.
Wow.
All those nice places.
Okay. Did you go with your hubby or did you go by yourself?
Hubby, and I took 4 of my 5 kids with me. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow. It was a real family vacation then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And everyone made it back okay without any serious injuries? or
Yeah,
anything?
came back all happy. I tell you, I was happy to come back after 1 month away.
Yeah, 1 month.
Because I love my home.
Right. Now, you're originally from Mother Russia, correct?
That's right.
Okay. And you were a newscaster for a while in Estonia?
That's right. I was doing news.
Doing news. And Estonia is... where
on
is
TV,
that?
right?
On TV.
Oh, on TV, yeah.
Where is Estonia anyway? We're not really sure.
Estonia is where Scandinavia is, Sweden, Finland.
In the Baltic.
In the Baltics, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Cobra.
I'm glad Cobra's here because
Yeah.
he's got the whole world in his hands.
Before, I just wanted to tell the doctor, Koroshli Vekishimli Rach.
Wow.
Again,
And what does that mean, Doctor?
Good evening,
He
doctor.
doesn't know.
Добрый вечер, доктор.
He better watch it because we have someone here from the
Добрый
government.
вечер, Врач. That's right.
You better
I
watch
get
it, you two. So anyway, Dr. Lira, we can't believe it, but it was way back in like March when you were on one night, and we had just had a big leap in our listener audience, and we were having tensions between the Beatles here. Okay, Juan-Juan and Cobra were kind of going in different directions. They were distant from each other, and we had tensions within the band. Let's say you came on and you solved everything by basically giving us a title. You were able to kind of do some research on us, and I remember you told me that I was the foundation man. Do you remember that one?
I do, yeah.
Okay, I was the...
That's right.
How can we forget? You talk about it every week.
Very funny, man.
The mind man.
The mind man. The straw
Oh,
that
I knew
stirs the drink, let's say, right?
Sort of.
Kinda.
Sort of.
You think.
Juan-Juan was the action man, as it turns out. And talk about every week. He's won a cape every week since then.
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
With a big 2 J's.
J,
on the
2
front.
J's on it, right. And and then you, when it came to Commander Cobra, you labeled him Mr. Sensitive. Remember that one?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, we'll have to cue some
The
music.
feeling man.
The feelings
feeling
man. Right, that's right. And my question is that, these days, we're in 2017, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Last time I checked, yeah.
Is it a positive or a negative to be labeled, Mr. Sensitive? Is it something you have to hang your head in shame about, or should you be proud of it?
Totally proud. And I think this is what we talked last time. I think when Barbara was on, we talked that how women are actually really treasure a sensitive man. And it's not just about being sensitive, but it's being able to have, to be open about feelings. Because we all can be sensitive, but some people just cut it off and they try to suppress and not to show.
Yes.
And women too, but with men, this is typical because, pull you guys, you were brought up this way, like shut down your feelings, don't cry. So for us women, seeing a man who is able to overcome and bypass all of that programming, social stereotypical programming, this is really, really exciting. We think this is a mature grown man.
He
so
will
this is
be
good.
completely out of control now. We were just barely keeping him in orbit. But now he'll be. Did you hear all that, Cobra, or are you in there tearing up?
I was. I had to take my headset off. I was crying.
Really?
My teddy bear fell on the floor, so I had to get him.
See what you've done, Dr. Lira?
It's a good thing we brought Kleenex in.
He's all better now. So Teddy's taking a little nap in the drawer at the desk that I'm sitting at.
You got enough tissues in there?
I think so. I think I'm okay.
Right. So what you're saying is,
I hope that some of my former flight students are hearing this.
Sure.
That of my sensitivity, and that I was actually just trying to find a deeper meaning for their inability to fly a jet when I would maybe yell at them from the back cockpit, that it wasn't yelling.
That's right. You're Mr. Sensitive Man when they pull the joystick in the wrong way.
Oh, secret word of the
you
night.
You express your feelings. Anger is one of those.
Yes. All right. So what you're saying, it's kind of sexy if a guy has feelings. Is that right?
I think so. Absolutely.
Okay.
And I think there's a certain like, for women, there are some types of men who are just all about feelings.
Yes.
And that can be, this is kind of sometimes could be a dangerous zone for women, because women have tendencies, we all do, Barbara would agree with me, we all have this tendency to mother our children and kind of go soft on somebody who has feelings. And of course that's not a great dynamic within a couple if you want to be in a couple. Other than that, I think having feelings, this shows that the man is mature enough to not to be scared or not to be labeled, not to be rejected, all of those things.
Barbara is still on the line with us. You agree there, Barbara? Do you think someone with feelings is sexy?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. And I have another question for Dr. Lira, if I can just ask. I broke my wrist. And from the moment that I stood up after the fall till even this right now, I have not had any pain. Maybe a 1 or a 2, but not any pain. And I was wondering if people who allow themselves to feel feelings and let yourself feel the painful feelings, could that have reduced the need to maybe have physical pain?
Absolutely. And today I've been working with somebody like that. I have cases all the time when people have back pains, all sorts of pains. They can't get up, they can't walk, all sorts of things, just because they did not feel the feelings. And the one thing I do, I don't do any, I don't give them pills. We just talk. Can you just talk about it? Not just talk, but I have particular techniques where people can really experience intense emotion, but in a safe environment. And then, hey, my back doesn't hurt anymore. And I said, yeah, it's connected.
Sure.
There's the secret one.
I want to learn that technique.
So is there any room in there in the... very good one. Is there any room in there for an action man or a brain? Or we are non-sexy? Is that what you're saying?
Well, you can be an action and still have emotion, right? You can be an action man and still...
I hope so.
Wow, okay.
Right?
And I think Cobra is actually one of those, because I've seen the glimpse of him.
He's talked to her.
Quite surprised.
Obviously
right?
off air. Yeah. Nice going,
with
Cobra.
his orange suit and the big shades, it's like, he's really like, he's very masculine man who is able to have feelings. This is fantastic.
I would have to agree with that. He is masculine.
Are you crying now, Coco?
He's a handsome man.
I can't even get a word out.
Very good.
And no audience applause.
That was the sound of one hand clapping.
Unbelievable.
All right. Well, Dr. Lira, I wish, why don't you come out and visit us? Both of you come out and visit us sometime.
Yeah, we'll come together.
At the same
should
time?
arrange that, yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. There's something to look forward to, and everything
You
is
guys
good.
can handle it.
Oh, we can. Well, the action man can handle it. We know that.
I can
Feelings
absolutely
man.
handle it.
Okay, brain man. I don't know.
Don't worry. I won't go soft on you guys. That's for sure.
Oh, come on. That's inappropriate for the children listening in. Thank you, Dr. Lira. And listen, come on again sometime soon when we can talk to you for a longer amount of time. Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Can you tell us about your cases without using names? Would you be able to do that, or is that Doctor?
Of course.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
I have a lot of typical cases. It's interesting how people. Sometimes I do a video or live stream, and I talk about certain tools, techniques people can use to release emotional pain or whatever. And it's funny, they typing to me like, "Are you talking about me?" I said, "No." Unfortunately, there's so many. People who are suffering, and unfortunately many things happen to people, and while somebody thinks this is about me, it's probably your neighbor had that too happen or whatever, so
everyone has something.
It's okay for me,
right?
Yeah,
everyone has something. Dr. Lira, thanks a lot for joining us. We have to give you a round of applause. Our favorite
Thank you, doctor.
And at what point are you going to be able to dispense medical marijuana? Are you going to be able to send us that prescription, or we should talk about that off here?
No, I don't do prescriptions, but I'm in California here, so no, it's almost like nobody needs a prescription.
That was a pregnant pause, Juan-Juan,
you know. The dead air alarm just went
like
off.
the Octomom was in here or something. Thank you, Dr. Lira, for joining us. We'll talk to you very soon, okay?
Right.
Wow.
Bye-bye.
Very interesting there, Juan-Juan. We had our noodles fried once again, but boy, it was pro-Cobra this time.
It was.
A little bit too much.
I know.
But anyway, we'll have to pry him out of
I was
this.
totally left out on that one.
So why don't we... You? Oh, me. Anyway, so why don't we take a break now, and we'll be right back after this. You listen to Mack Maloney's Military Exile Show, special edition tonight, our live audience show.
Yes, with Dr. Lira.
We'll be right back after this.
After the events of 9/11, we thought America would never be the same. Our homeland was attacked. Our fellow Americans killed by terrorists. It seemed like all hope was lost. Until a special group of patriots came together and defied the Pentagon and vowed to take revenge, but in their own way. They took the battle to the terrorists' doorstep, turning the tables on the murderers, fighting with no rules, taking no prisoners, until they became terrorists themselves. This is the story of the Superhawks, soldiers so secret even the president didn't know they existed. Their mission was to kill bin Laden, but they wound up saving the world. Superhawks, a new series for Kindles and Nooks by Mack Maloney, available on Amazon.com.
I'm Sean Connery, and you're listening to the Mack Maloney Military X-Files Show on Distant Thunder Radio Network.
Okay, here we are back. Wowee. Special edition of Mack Maloney's Military X-Files Show. Here on the Distant Thunder Radio Network, it's our first and only, maybe, live audience.
I don't know. I liked it. I think we're going to do some more of these.
Yeah, okay. If you want to wrangle it there, my friend, that's fine.
Wrangle it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the show.
I think we should get like total strangers from the street.
Really? Yeah.
And
Okay.
Yeah.
Juan-Juan on the street. I like that. Juan-Juan is here, of course. Commander Cobra is also here.
Good evening.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere else except here.
He's been out of sight most of the night. He's in another office down the hall.
Yep.
Okay.
He's ensconced in the safe room here in the.
And the person who's playing with the
Falcone
microphone
Enterprises
and making other noise is very famous. Once again, Juan-Juan, you know you have a good show when celebrities pop in on you.
Oh, okay.
Script, please, son. Phil Yebba, the UFO comedian, has popped in on us.
That's right.
And here he is.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Give us our famous...
In a world, in a time, rated R.
There you go. Yeah, I'm going to see that movie. You've been on like 3 or 4 times, and sometimes, usually I have to go back and listen to the whole show the next day, but then sometimes I go back like a couple weeks later, you know. And when you're on, if people pay attention, you hear like long, streams of no sound at all, and that's us hitting our cough button because we're laughing so hard. Right? So
yes. I was wondering what that was.
Can you? And the best appearance so far has been the you channeling the black-eyed child. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay.
A derivative of the black-eyed peas.
Yeah. This is your cue to go into the voice there, Phil.
The black. Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. That's me. Surprise.
Can I come in?
He's back. The best thing he said in that show was, see you in the parking lot.
To Juan-Juan.
Anyway.
See you in the parking lot.
I'll
And
kick
also,
your ass.
how do you prepare, if you were going to candleize Juan-Juan, how would you do it? And he said, at first I'd skin him, then I'd give him a nice rub.
Yeah.
Can we avoid the skinning and just get to the rub?
There you go, Paul.
And then the kid said,
I can't wait to eat Juan-Juan's meat.
Yeah, no, see, we have to. You have to go through the editing now. There,
that's totally appropriate.
Anyway, totally okay.
You're also
You say
a
so.
stand-up comedian, allegedly.
I'm
right?
sitting down now,
Okay.
but yes.
All right. Thanks for painting the picture. So I called you earlier, and I wondered if you did Rodney Dangerfield as one of your voices. You have many voices, as we know, okay? And it turned out to be a no, but then we came up with this idea. Maybe what you could do is deliver Rodney's famous jokes.
We can channel him.
We can channel them through other...
Speaking of channeling, can you do
styles.
Einstein since Barbara's on tonight?
Come on, let's hear it.
Only one person can do Einstein.
Right, I can just stick my tongue out.
There you go. Oh, and he's doing it now. That's disgusting. Where the hell was I? Oh, yeah, okay.
How about Einstein talking to a black-eyed child?
Do you know the theory of relativity?
Yeah. But I'm not telling you.
Yeah. You freak. Very good. Very good. All right. Should we get to the bit, Phil?
Sure we can.
All right. So what we've done is we've taken some of Rodney Dangerfield's better jokes, and we're going to channel them through Sean Connery. Is that the idea?
We're gonna channel them through Sean Connery, through
Really? This is a way
Christopher Walken.
Yeah, comedians can steal jokes without stealing them.
Yeah.
Okay?
True.
Just doing
Can just be
another
somebody
one.
else.
Anyway.
Reinterpretation.
So Phil,
I get it.
Yes.
Why don't we give this a shot?
All right. Well, do you want to start with Chris?
It's a long show. We can always edit
We'd
it
like
out.
to put the preamble and no jokes were hurt in the making of this show.
Yeah, you got to listen to
Or
it first.
Black-Eyed
Cobra.
Children.
There
Yes.
you go. Hang on. Who do you want to start with?
Let's start with Christopher.
Christopher Walken. Okay. Christopher Walken channeling
Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield.
I don't have the tie, and I can't do the.
That's okay. You got no respect.
Yes. I don't get any respect. I was checking into the hotel. The other day, and I asked the bellhop to handle my bag, and then he started feeling up my wife.
Okay, the audience is stunned. They're stunned, but okay.
That's okay.
All right.
They're trying to clap, but they can't get their hands to hit.
No, one hand's busy.
Whoa. Hang on. Here we go. We went down that road so quickly. Okay, go on, please.
So after that, I asked him, who said you could do that? And he said, everybody.
Okay, please.
But, Mac, you know, my wife's not attractive.
She's not. Oh, wow. Okay.
You don't think? What do you think?
I don't know.
I haven't seen her, so
it's not up to me.
Maybe
but
she doesn't exist.
There's a distinct possibility of that. But please, we're
she's
running.
a figment of your insane imagination.
We're running long there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I brought her to the beach, and people started asking me, what kind of bait did you use?
Oh, completely inappropriate. Barbara, don't you agree?
Oh, pretty much.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Barbara, don't go radio silent. When I brought her home to meet the family, my mother, well, she put newspapers down.
Oh. you want to do it as 007? Let's
Sure.
see if the reaction is.
Wait, did you just do the same joke as 007?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Okay, I got it.
But did you guys know today's Pirate Day, Pirate Month?
No, so speak as a
Gotta
pirate.
talk
then.
like a pirate.
Well, why are pirates bad?
Why?
Because they are.
Okay, let's
I
stick
saw
to
that on the radio.
Stick
Okay.
to the material.
Okay. Can no improv.
Okay.
All right, calm me down. Channel me to somebody
Okay.
else.
You're going to do James Bond. How would James Bond be not getting any respect?
Well, wait. I just
Yeah,
did
did you-
Christopher again.
Christopher, get out of there. Okay.
I don't get any respect. I was checking into a hotel the other day, and I asked the bellhop to handle my bag, and he started feeling up my wife. I asked him, who said you could do that? And he said, everybody.
Okay, all right.
But Mac.
Yes.
Oh, did I do it again?
No, it's okay.
Mac, you know my wife's not very attractive.
Well, okay. I'll take your word for it.
I brought her to the... That's the beauty of editing.
Yes.
I'm so excited. I brought her to the beach, and people started asking me, what kind of bait did you use?
Okay.
I believe the black-eyed child has a question for Mr. Connery.
Did you use Juan-Juan's meat?
No, come on. This is costing
Cut
us
it out.
money, man.
Did you use Juan-Juan's flesh?
Read the last one as the black-eyed kid. Let's see what happens. It's time to put this thing to bed. Please.
No, I should finish with Sean.
You can sit. Yeah, you can sit with Jeff there, Coco.
When I brought her home to meet the family, my mother put newspapers on the floor.
All right. Thank you very much. Please, Artie.
Thank you.
Let's bring the curtain down on this one.
Wow. Okay, thank you, Phil. Where you appearing anywhere soon?
No.
Oh, okay. all
Just
right.
here.
Not even in prison or anything.
See, the whole idea is just to hold back on the good material. You know what I mean? When you're on
Yeah, I bet
shows
it's
like
been
this.
bubbling.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you for
Phil
having me.
Yebba. UFO comedian. Holy cow.
There could be an opening in FCI Concord or something.
Yeah, right. Soon. They give your roommate that. Anyway, listen, while we're here, while we're laughing, okay, we're going to bring on another friend of the show. You were supposed to wear your sunglasses there, X. This is Agent X. Okay, put them on. It is radio. Agent X is someone who has joined us many times in the past. He works for an organization that in turn works for the three-letter agencies. He's a real person. It's not like we're on, these kind of other crazy networks who say, oh, someone, a friend of a friend of a friend, told me, you work for the CIA, but you work for the three-letter agencies. Is that right?
Support them.
Okay,
Anyway.
yeah. Look
Correct.
right up to the microphone.
Yes, sir.
Put on your shades so we can, Oh, jeez.
I'll tell the
Shades
story.
are broken. Anyway, what happened to little tiny cameras in there? Aren't those things expensive?
All right. Thanks for
They're in it.
having me.
They're in his hat.
Now listen. We have we ran a clip, a bumper of an interview that you did. I don't think you remembered it. We said to you at the end of one of your interviews, have you ever seen any evidence while working with these agencies or when you were in the U.S. military forces that the government knows that UFOs exist? And in the pregnant pause, well, maybe you should put the headphones on. Yeah, that would help things. The pregnant pause, as I said before, is like the Octomom was here. Have you ever seen any evidence that the U.S. government knows what UFOs are?
No.
Oh, geez, that's longer than the other one. So you're saying they don't know what they are? Is that your belief? Oh, come on. Here we go. Has he been coached?
No.
Okay. No, your answer is no?
No.
Okay. Would it surprise you if
I haven't been coached.
Okay. Would it surprise you if you found out that they knew? Would it surprise you?
Probably.
Wow. Holy cow. Okay. Let's move on to another question. You told me once that you attended this kind of symposium where they brought in experts from all over, let's say, Washington, D.C. Okay. Can we talk about this? Okay. And
we already did.
As people from the State Department, well, we didn't link his name to it. The State Department, the military, different scientific communities and everything, they all, huddle in the room. This is how the 1% runs the world, okay? They throw a problem at the people, and each individual group solves the problem. Or they come up with questions on how is it going to benefit, what I'm into, a physicist, a State Department person, a military person, a scientific person. Isn't that how it goes?
That's close to what I told you,
Okay.
correct.
Okay. So when you went, you attended the symposium, right?
It was a week-long.
Oh, week-long. What was the question? Just all we have to do is just tell people what the question is. You get right on the...
Was this a Senate hearing or something, or what is this?
No.
It's a symposium.
It's a symposium?
Oh, you mean...
If I remember correctly, it was a notional scenario in which a UFO, for lack of a better word, unidentified extraterrestrial aircraft crashes and it lands in the continental United States.
Okay.
And the government quickly secures the perimeter, takes control of the area, and bring in specialists from all over.
Okay.
And then they asked, during the course of this symposium, to use your word, if this were the case and you were one of these experts, what would you do?
Okay, so let me just stop you right there real quick. How many people were attending this thing?
About 14.
Okay, and are you invited? Do you have to pay to get in? Did your company pay for you? There's no.
Yes.
Okay, so they run these things and they generate money, but it's just for like the real kind of insiders, right?
Yeah, and it's also to think through problems.
Okay, of all the problems, Juan-Juan, they could have come up with, what if a UFO crashes, right? I mean, that's what they did.
Yes, with pictures.
For really, and how long did it take you to? Was this the one subject for the whole week?
Oh, negative. No.
Okay, all right. This is one of them.
No, this is one of many.
But they actually did. Now I'll tell you, you just got to put the punchline on the story because tell me if I'm saying it wrong. The scientists come up and they said, "Oh well, we'd want to know what it was made of, what the propulsion unit was." Didn't some guy say, "I want to know if I could lick it or something"? Wasn't it?
Correct.
Okay,
yeah.
That's what the scientists would say. Then the State Department people come up and they say, "Well, we want to know how it's going to affect the population in general. How is the people going to react to this if we so on and so forth?" They do their thing, and then didn't the military guy go up and just go? Do you remember the 3 sentences he said?
Yes, but you got the State Department incorrect.
Oh, okay. Well,
the
whatever.
State Department representative said the first thing we should do is make this freely available to the rest of the world.
Where's the audience laughing at that? Come on. Yeah, okay.
That's true.
Yeah, they laughed, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then the military guy got up and said,
"Why would we do that?"
Yeah, and then he also say, "What are the weapons? How can we use them?" Something like
Correct.
that.
Correct.
Now,
By the way, I just wanted to tell you, thank you for having me here, but I thought I was coming to Mack Maloney's Military X-Files.
Yes.
Instead, it appears I came to Anglophiles and Eggheads.
Oh, wow.
If I hear anything more about the Spencers and the Windsors and Prince
we
William
can't help it.
and the rest. And Barbara, I just want to say to you, I'm extending my condolences that Commander Cobra initiated a line of duty investigation on you earlier in the program.
Wow.
Reference your fall down the stairs.
What are you talking about? Okay,
I
yeah.
also, you don't remember that far back.
No.
It was almost an hour ago.
Okay, go ahead.
I
I've been
also
so busy.
learned-
Second alcohol incident we'll investigate.
I'm so
I
busy.
also learned a few things about Commander Cobra.
Oh, really?
You did?
Yeah.
Well, let's hear it.
We'll talk later.
Yeah,
next.
Number
We're-
one,
we're running long.
His nickname is Coco.
Coco, yeah, right. Thanks for
Now,
keeping up
in
with the show.
In the
Yes.
grammar school that some of us around here went to, the only ones named Coco were 4th grade girls.
Whoa. Wow. Snap, Cobra.
And then to make a bad situation worse, he's a sensitive man.
Oh, I know. Well, supposedly that's the sexy way to go. But
Yeah, I just love it when you Dorchester guys get all tough and put your. Are you rolling your sleeves up in there? 'Cause I can't see it.
Yeah,
You know.
they're rolled up.
Hold on.
It's 98 degrees.
Hold on, Charlestown / Chelsea. Okay, what is? It's funny because Barry Key from North Reading.
You want to make something of it?
Same motto. Okay, same motto. What's the motto of Dorchester?
Well, Boston in general is never forget, never forgive, get even.
Yeah, baby. The guy from North Reading and the guy from the East Boston nodding in approval. X, thanks for joining us tonight and joining in the fun off air. Has it been fun?
Yeah, super job.
Yes, super job.
Except for Masterpiece Theater, the rest was tremendous.
I thought he was going to say something else there, and he started Masterpiece. Luckily, he didn't. Thank you, X, for joining us. Why don't we take a long-deserved commercial break now? We'll be back with Juan-Juan. Switchblade Steve and Emily.
Sure he's on?
Yeah, we'll see if he's still away. You're listening to Mack Maloney's Military X-Files show, the special edition live audience show. We'll be right back after this.
UFOs are found in Renaissance art, on ancient coins, and etched on cave walls. They're even reported in the Bible. But more surprising is when UFOs are seen the most, in times of war. Through centuries, thousands of UFO sightings have been made by high-ranking officials, military pilots, and ordinary soldiers. Often, these fantastic appearances occur at the height of great battles. From World War I to D-Day, to Korea, Vietnam, and beyond, military investigators are baffled. Why do UFO sightings spike so drastically during wartime? Could it be mistaken aircraft, or is someone, or something, looking in on us? In UFOs in Wartime, What They Didn't Want You to Know, Mack Maloney chronicles centuries of these incredible sightings and tries to solve the puzzle of why so many UFOs are seen while humanity is at war. Read about the scare ships, the ghost planes, and the ghost rockets, alien giants in the jungles of Vietnam, UFOs controlling our ICBM bases, dogfights with flying saucers during the Gulf War, and more. 300 pages of unbelievable stories, along with many startling photographs. That's UFOs in Wartime, What They Didn't Want You to Know, by Mack Maloney. On sale at your local bookstore or on Amazon.com.
You can't handle the truth. Only Commander Cobra can handle the truth.
Welcome back, everyone, to Mack Maloney's Military X-Files show here on the Distant Thunder Radio Network, a very, very special live audience broadcast. This is Mack Maloney in the studio with us tonight, the very famous Juan-Juan, hanging in there.
Hanging in there to the very end.
Right. Also, Commander Cobra.
Good evening.
And also the live audience.
Live audience? Still here. Hey.
Wow. All right. Who's gonna?
Oh, the cold beer. The next round of beer must be out.
Who's gonna kick them out? Anyway, also Barbara With is on the phone with us as she has been all night.
I am. I'm still here.
And what we're gonna do?
See, she's in a different time zone, so when we get out of here, she's got the whole night ahead.
Whole night's ahead of her.
To
Okay.
visit the local establishments.
Tommy's burned down.
Yep. Tommy's tonight.
Hello?
Yeah. Hey, Switcherino, you there?
I am.
Okay. Excellent. And Emily, do we little technical talk? Do we have to get a hold of her separately? Steve Areno?
Oh no, separately? No, I thought we were going to be on together. But whatever.
Well, she's not sitting beside you, I guess, is what I'm asking.
Oh no.
Okay. All right.
She's off in another state.
Okay. Well, why don't we try to get a hold of her too? This is so much fun on the radio. What are the chances this is going to work?
Does she know we're calling her?
Okay.
Oh yeah. She's standing by.
All right.
Hey, Barbara, what's that? Your music room you're sitting in?
Yes, it is, in fact. What
Okay.
gave it away? The piano and the microphone?
Wow.
Hours of observation are just amazing.
Hey,
I know. So I like to hang with you guys.
If it wasn't so late, we'd start the segment over. Hi, Emily. How you doing? She's not there. Okay. She's right by the microphone. So, Switch, how was it? You're back from your big trip down to Point Pleasant, West Virginia for the big Mothman Festival.
Yeah.
You're one of the keynote speakers. How'd it go?
It went really well.
Mm-hmm. Well, tell us about it.
Are we on the air?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Across the globe.
See, usually we have that little interim there.
Yeah, right.
it's like,
Well,
where you're counting
No
up
interim,
numbers
baby.
and
No
numbers,
interim.
so.
You're around the globe.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. It was just a phenomenal time, as always. But we had. It's really the bottom line is it's really a good excuse just to get together with some good friends.
Mm-hmm.
We also had some newbies there that hadn't been to the Mothman Festival before, so we showed them around, took them out one night to the dreaded TNT area,
Yes.
which is, of course, where the Mothman was seen.
Excellent.
And so we investigated all these, these concrete igloos that they used to store munitions in years ago in the dark. They actually, I don't know how many thousands of people were there, but they expanded it way down the street. I mean, they kind of spread it out because it's growing in leaps and bounds. And of course, I had to worry about my talk, which in fact Mac helped me out with a bit, because I was my first run through was I got about an hour and 15 minutes, and I extrapolated out, and it was going to be about a 2-hour talk, and it's supposed to be about 50 or 55 minutes. I was baffling them too much with my brilliance, so I had to cut it back a bit.
Did you start off with jokes? Did you use any jokes?
Oh sure. We had a few sight gags. There's a couple guys that make great foils for jokes that I had a few. I had a PowerPoint, so I could use them as my foil a little bit.
Mm-hmm. You sound like a little hush. Doesn't he sound different tonight for some reason? Are you calling from?
He's got a little post. Did you tell everyone the title of your? I looked you guys up Sunday. The title that you used.
Well, it was they called it the high strangeness factor.
Yes.
And yes, I do sound a little different, because I was trying to decide today whether I got hit by the freight train of a cold or allergies.
Oh,
so I think it's a cold.
Yes. Okay. All right.
But that's why I sound a little funny. But anyway, yes, the talk had to do with. In fact, a lot of the pieces that I've done for Mack Maloney's Military X-Files, I used parts of that they worked in very nicely for the theme of the talk, because I talked a great deal about these areas where all this weird stuff seems to congregate, and UFOs, cryptids, haunting type phenomena, all in the same area.
Right. Oh, yeah, cool. We always like talking about that. How many people, can you estimate how many people attended the conference itself?
Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, it's had to be pretty close to last year, which was what, 10,000 or something like that.
Wow, nice.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I've got you look at the pictures, you look at the crowds spread throughout the street, and sometimes you can just barely move.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And how many people were at your speech, would you say?
I'm not sure.
Times 10, thousands.
It was it's a big theater. It's fairly filled. I mean, I had a lot of good support.
Sold out. Yep. Okay. And did the nerves, did the nerves get you, or?
No, actually, it didn't. I was a little. You kind of envision your performance to be a certain way, and it wasn't quite what I envisioned, and I had to trim a few things because I was looking at the time factor.
Right. Yeah.
But. So I was a little, there's a couple, but it wasn't, sometimes if you really blow it, you repeat it over and over in your head. Well, that didn't happen. So that was good.
That's super.
And I got a lot of good feedback from people in general that seemed to enjoy it. So that made me feel good.
Did you wear the shirt at any time during the?
Well, I actually dressed up for that. I had a nice pair of slacks and a white shirt. I think the babes were starting to hit on me.
Oh, so really? That was my next question. Okay. Yep.
But in fact, if you could, I don't know if you can check your Facebook page, but I posted a couple pictures of me wearing the Mack Maloney Military X-Files
shirt.
All
right. Hats off to you,
That's
Steve
what
Areno.
we're getting to.
That's
and,
excellent.
well, I'm standing in front of the. Mothman statue.
Yes.
Of course, I have to have my back, to see the logo.
Yes.
But there's kind of a little bit of a gag there, which I won't reveal on air, so people can go to the Facebook and maybe check it out.
Okay. And any groupies? Any kind of activity in that area?
Yeah, groupies. Well, I had my buddies John and Tim. That they're the ones that fly the Mothman. Okay.
Oh, really? Okay.
I had to borrow their groupies because they have the best groupies.
Okay, that's good. Just as long as there were groupies down there, that's all we need to know. You know what we'll do? We want to bring in Emily, who was down there with you and had like a ghostly sighting in the famous TNT area. To do that, technically, what we have to do is take a commercial break. and then we'll be right back, hopefully with Emily. So hang in there with us, Switch, okay?
Okay, I'm hanging.
All right, we're right back. You're listening to Mack Maloney's Military X-Files show here on the Distant Thunder Radio Network.
America has lost World War III. Terrorists control the countryside. Air pirates rule our skies. The United States is no more. But just when it seems like freedom is a thing of the past, a new hero emerges from the ashes. A true American who stands up for what's right. A fighter pilot who can defeat any foe, anytime, anywhere. He is the Wingman. Follow the adventures of Hawk Hunter, the Wingman, as he fights to revive the idea of America. Through 17 action-packed books, Hunter battles all those who would tread on Old Glory. In the air, on the sea, or on the ground, his dream is to put the United States back together again and get laid a lot while he's doing it. For some of the greatest aerial action you'll ever experience, strap in and hold on. Wingman by Mack Maloney. Now available for Kindles and Nooks on Amazon.com.
Hi, I'm Christopher Walken, and you're listening to the Mack Maloney Military X-Files show on Distant Thunder Radio Network.
Okay, here we go. Come back to applause. Hey, welcome back to Mack Maloney's Military X-Files show here on the Distant Thunder Radio Network, a very special live audience show. First and only, maybe, this is Mack Maloney, and the studio with us tonight, very famous Juan-Juan, is here.
Yes, sir.
He's falling asleep for some reason.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're eating chocolate, man. You'll
I'm
be up for 2 or
Mr.
3
Goodbar.
days.
I know.
Okay, we had a little food on the side here. Coco, Commander Cobra, also on board with us.
Good evening.
Okay. Barbara With from Wisconsin, up there on, what's the name of the island there, Juan-Juan?
Madeline Island.
Madeline Island. He said that through a Hershey Bar.
I am here.
She's here sitting with us all night. We've had a lot of guests on. I can't even remember them all. But now we're talking to Switcherino, Steve Ward, who is just fresh from the Big Mothman convention down there in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, where he gave a keynote speech. And with him, his partner in crime, his Robin to his Batman, Batgirl actually, is our friend Emily Mittermeier, who is down there with him. Did he behave himself down there, Emily?
Mostly.
Wow, huh?
Yeah, mostly. We got to hear about that other part.
She called them.
These young kids are kind of a bad influence.
She called him granddad off of the air. I mean, I'm amazed he can still speak. So Emily is also a researcher and someone who has looked into a lot of these different paranormal things. And they were both down there at this big Mothman festival. We have to get down there. I think the show has to get down there and do a week of shows.
That'd be good, yeah.
That'd be a lot of
You
fun.
guys would have an absolute blast down there.
And you had thousands of people, lots of people attended. Tell us about what happened, though, the night that you went into the TNT, which is the area where Mothman was first spotted, a very creepy area where they used to make TNT. A lot of people used to go parking there, and then all of a sudden the Mothman showed up and probably curtailed the parking a little bit. What happened when you guys went there?
Well, nothing. Well, we had a group of people, and we had, like I said, we had some newbies that were very enthusiastic and having a lot of fun.
Right.
But Emily had an experience, which I'm sure she'll tell about here. And at the same time, I think, Emily, remember John, Little John, heard something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I heard something as well. I don't know if it was connected or not, but we should let Emily take it because she experienced something kind of odd there.
Okay, let's hear it.
Sure. So we actually went out there several times over the weekend.
Oh yeah.
The first night we went out, we went with a smaller group, and in one of the igloos or the bunkers that's out there in the woods. It's keep in mind it's really, really dark. Like you've got the light from the stars and the moon sometimes, and then your flashlights. But when you turn your flashlights off, it's really dark in these buildings.
Yes.
And so we had been in one, and I just had the usual feeling I get when an entity of some sort is around, and I did not feel well. It was a bad negative energy. Two others in our group said the exact same thing. We all pointed to the same place in the building where we thought that this entity was. And we all walked out. Everybody was out of the building, and we were standing, I don't know, 10 yards or so from the entrance of it. And we were all just standing around talking. And I looked over to the doorway to go into the building, which of course it's really dark in there. And I saw a red light come on in there.
Nice.
And so I immediately turned around just to see if anyone had their flashlight out or some device of some sort. Nobody had anything. And then at that same moment, our friend John that Steve mentioned said, "Did you hear that?" coming from inside the bunker that I just saw the red light in.
All right, nice. So and then what happened? Did you run screaming from the place like I would have done?
No.
Okay, all right. Well,
you went back in there.
Thank you, Emily.
Anything else happened?
Did John, the brave John, did he volunteer to go back in the building?
I don't think so.
Should I say it?
Don't say it.
I'll
No.
say it.
The P word.
Wait a
No.
minute. You said brave John? I'm thinking of a different John.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
that's
I moved
no
the
friend
story
of
along.
ours.
No. So, I mean, how did you feel? I mean, did you feel creeped out? I would have been.
I did. I always feel kind of creeped out back there. Sometimes worse than others. This time was kind of like a medium creeped out.
Okay.
By
All right.
whatever was back there.
Good name for the band, Juan-Juan. Medium creep out. Excellent. Okay, go on, please. So, what happened? I mean, did you leave the area quickly?
No, we stayed back there a while. And Steve, I think we walked down a bit further, came back, shone our flashlights in again, and.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we went further down. These igloo roads, they go down quite a ways, and there's actually there was 100 of these originally.
Wow.
These storage areas,
Mhm.
and 2 of them are gone because a couple of them blew up.
Oh, nice.
One in 2010 somebody was storing something unstable in there. In fact, the guys we mentioned earlier, the guys that fly the Mothman, were on that very same igloo road earlier that night when that thing blew its top and blew the iron doors out.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Yeah.
Holy
They weren't
cow.
there when it happened, but they were there
Right.
earlier.
So, what's going off in these things? Leftover TNT, that kind of stuff?
Well, some of them were sold to private interests, and I never really got the clear story on that. I think something became unstable, and some of the older ones still may have some stuff in there that they shouldn't.
Wow.
And from the old days.
And now, did your friends, did they actually, fly the dummy of the Mothman over the crowds and scare the hell out of them?
That doesn't sound right. The dummy of the Mothman.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is
What should I say?
This is. Oh yeah. See,
A mock-up.
Now,
the mock-up, right?
Now, what I used to do is I used to go back there. It's kind of a thing to do. People will go back there. There's a secret way you can get in and watch them fly the Mothman.
Okay.
And it's an ingenious low-tech device where you pull it back and you crank it forward. It's got red glowing eyes. It's got a great sound effect.
Nice.
And it actually does scare the crap out of a lot of people. See, I do one of the tours on
Right.
one of the rides. There's
Okay.
3 carts going by, so I get the reactions of everybody.
Mhm.
And we also the times that they screw up and they're still cranking the Mothman back for its flight. Once in a while we'll see the Mothman fly backwards. So
Oh,
that's
cool.
always
Well,
entertaining.
hey, he's multi-talented. And what was the name of your speech? What was the name of the talk you gave?
The high strangeness factor.
Oh, okay, yeah,
And
all right.
a lot of connections.
Right.
And also talked about certain individuals that went from a very much of a nuts and bolts perspective to something a little more ethereal.
Oh, I see. Okay, to just plain nuts, you mean?
Well, went from medium nuts to just
Okay.
stark raving mad.
Cobra, do you have any questions?
No, I've been very entertained listening to all this. I think that the uniqueness of actually flying a Mothman replica around is worth a story all on its own.
Yeah.
When did this start? How do you get picked to be on the Mothman launch team?
Right.
How many shows can you do?
Who's the backup in case the first person gets the German measles? Right. Yeah.
Where did they get the mock-up? Did they?
They built it from scratch. Yes. They built it. So it's a wire frame. They got the wings and all that stuff.
And it's based on people that saw the Mothman. Have they seen the mock-up, and what do they think of it?
No. It's a most creations of the Mothman are very sort of stylized, so this is not an exact replica. This is a facsimile.
Okay, all right. Well,
a composite.
A 2017 version of the Mothman.
But the main thing is you got the wings, you got the red glowing eyes, and you got a really cool scream. That's what you got to have.
There you go. Perfect. Wow. And
sounds like people on the dating scene.
Running out of battery. So Emily, you're a young, attractive blonde, if I don't mind saying. Am I accurate there, Steve Areno?
Yes, I think you've said that a few times, Mac. But go ahead.
It's just me. I'm a romantic. Okay.
I did not mind saying it. So
just to let you know, before you talk to Emily, when we're sitting there eating with these new people, at one point there was Little John, Devin, and Emily. They thought they were all my kids.
Oh, wow, Steve. Really sorry, dude.
And I said, they're no kids of mine. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay,
That's
all right. Yikes. Oh.
Poor Steve.
Yeah, poor Steve. It's okay, Steve. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Notice the quality of his voice got better when the vitriol rose. That's interesting.
Well, okay. He's getting angry. That's okay. Emily, is there any kind of way, and I ask this question to a lot of people who go to these conferences, is there any kind of love life happening down there behind the scenes of these UFO conferences? Barbara, I can ask you the same question, but I always think that if you have an interest in these things, and you go to a conference or whatever, and you see someone who you really are attracted to, you automatically have that thing in common. It's like
is there a hookup potential at the Mothman Festival?
Yes, right. It's better than just walking into a bar cold. Let's say, right? Do you agree?
You walk into an igloo cold and you see what's going on.
I think the shared paranormal interest is very important for a romantic relationship.
Yes.
But I don't know if I would classify the Mothman Festival as a good place to
hookup central. Is that what you
mean? That isn't what we heard.
I don't know. It's there were, I will say, I saw lots of very in love couples already there, including a couple. I think they were in like their 70s or 80s, walking along in their Mothman shirts, holding hands.
See,
so
see,
cute.
look at how romantic that is.
In their 70s.
Wow, in their 70s. Think of that. Okay, so but
that the lady whose show I'm going to be on tomorrow night, Strange Dimensions, Rosemary Ellen Guiley, met her husband at the 2004 Mothman Festival. And they've been married several years now.
Look at that.
Love is everywhere.
Mothmania, right there.
Mothmania, right. You'll see. Well, Emily, but you're going to get thumbs down. What's the best hookup place, UFO convention? Is it that one in...
That would be igloo number 75.
No. Maybe that's what was going on in there. You never know.
Bring your wings and have glowing red eyes.
There you go.
You're in.
Wow.
Hey, that's possible. I don't know.
3 hours into it, Coco's still fresh. Amazing.
Emily and I may be attending the Creature Weekend. I don't know if Emily's going for sure or not, but
no, that's discussion.
Yeah, right.
I don't think that's a good place to hook up. That's just my guess. What do you think, Emily?
I don't think it is either.
Well, what's the good one in the minute and a half we have left? The one that they run in Arizona there, that huge one, the International UFO Conference, like 10,000 people there, 20,000. No, I guess not. By the silence,
maybe the Paracon was a place. I mean, that's at the casino there. Up north.
There you go.
That probably was a good place.
Yeah. Well,
could have been.
Would you wear a camera for us, Emily, sometime?
Emily? I had that man crush on Bobo. So,
right.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Probably another show there, Steve. Well, listen, we have to close the big show tonight. We're closing it with you two. Thanks for joining us. Sounds like you had a great time. Steve has been asked on another radio show because of this.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the name of the show? You can plug it if you want.
Strange Dimensions Radio, Rosemary Ellen Guiley.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Emily, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
We also want to thank Susan Spoiler and Willie Miranda, who are the co-organizers of the New England UFO Conference in Leominster, Mass.
That's right.
October 6th and 7th. A lot of really good people there. We're going to be there apparently, but Nick Redfern and lots of friends of ours are going to be there. Peter Robbins, Brother Peter, is going to be there. So why don't you check it out? The New England UFO Conference in Leominster, Mass, October 6th and 7th. Google it. I'm sure you get the information you need. Google Mosquito Project, Ross Sharp's People's Mosquito Project, where they're going to rebuild a mosquito cool fighter from World War II. I want to thank Agent X, for joining us tonight. We want to thank the Ghost of JFK for joining us tonight. Seems like a long time ago, doesn't it?
I know. We just
and
dropped
Lois
in
Lane
and
was
boom,
here,
gone.
as it turns out. Do you remember that back that far? I can't.
It's about like 10 hours ago.
Al Ronaldo, the UFO mechanic, is here. Why don't we bring them all in the studio? How about that? Okay.
Let's also identify our
What are they
listener
playing
from North
cards?
Reading that is the reason that we did the live show.
Yeah, right.
One more time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, come on in. Here they come.
Really enthusiastic. The way they're moving into the main studio. Lots of energy.
We got the whole gang here.
Okay. All right, come on in. Come on in. Wow.
Wow.
The girls really took off quick, didn't they? All right, come on in. Gotta close the door.
Yeah.
Everyone's in.
Start
Everyone
bringing
come
out
on?
those inflatable alien dolls, and you see the women leave quickly.
I want one of those.
There you go. Okay. You got it. Thank you, New Belly Button Man.
Thanks
Talk
for having
right
me.
into that. Okay. All right. Barry Keefe, who's the person we can blame for this. He's the guy who suggested it.
Thank you for this wonderful invitation and your hospitality. You know, you can charge for these shows now.
Really? Oh, boy.
You mean we
Don't
can make a
go on
buck
that.
off this?
Okay.
Wow.
Agent X, thank you. It sounds like North Reading's motto and Dutchess's motto are just about the same, right? Want to say them again?
North Reading. Thanks for having me.
Wow. Okay, Agent X. Al Ronaldo, UFO mechanic. Thanks for
Been a
joining
pleasure,
us.
gents. Thank you.
We'll do an entire show on that strange Porsche sometime. Marc Zappulla, very famous author. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks again, fellas.
The
for
last
letting me,
longshoreman.
that's it. Letting me crash your party. I really appreciate it.
Okay, we consider you a celebrity. The Last Longshoreman on Amazon.com and bookstores everywhere.
Outstanding book.
And Phil Yebba, the UFO comedian. Here he is.
Thank
Wow.
you. Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for joining us. A real funny
Phil,
guy.
who are you going to be now when you go home? You know, with all the different personalities that you had to portray tonight. Have you picked somebody out for the drive home?
I just know that it won't be my true personality
There
because
you
that's
go.
too touching and traumatic.
Wow,
I think you should go through the toll booth with the black-eyed child. I think,
Yes.
and get changed.
I do like
That's
the
what I
black-eyed
think you
child.
He doesn't have headphones on, so I don't know how
Yeah,
he's
I'm
hearing
just
you.
channeling right now.
So, Coco, thanks
He
for
knows
joining us.
Cobra's talking. He knows it's
so
all
what are we going to? We have to sing something. What do you want to sing there, Juan-Juan? We Are the World? Well, everyone knows that one, yeah.
I don't know the words to We Are the World.
We Are the
We
World?
Are the
Okay.
World. We are the
Yeah.
The Black Eyed Children.
crazies.
Ready?
Tonight
Yeah.
you're not going to sing Rule Britannia?
No, no, wow.
Dun, 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 dun,
Dun, dun, dun,
Okay.
I like
listen.
that.
Thanks to everyone for joining us. Thanks for staying here with us, and thanks for taking part in the show. And we will see you next week. This is Mack Maloney for Juan-Juan and Cobra and the gang saying, until next time, be safe, be happy, and
bye-bye.
That's what we should have the audience do. Let's do it
Bye-bye.
again. Ready? Until then, be safe, be happy, and
Bye-bye.
Hey, you know what happened, everyone? We went over our time limit for this show, our first ever live audience show. Having too much fun, I guess. So join us next week for the second half of Mack Maloney's Military X-Files show, the first ever and maybe only live show.